Alrighty guys, welcome back. As you can see, we got this nice wolf here hanging up beside us. We picked up this nice male today out on the trap line. Dad and I picked him up this morning, and we got him in a nice big old snare. Caught him on 3/32 7x7 aircraft cable with a Keef lock. I'll show you guys that just in a second here. And anyway, really nice fur. He does have a little bit of the red belly there on him in between the back legs. Not much you can do with that. Still a nice dog though. Well furred. Nice guard hairs on him. His tail isn't 100%, but it's not bad. I've seen worse. So overall, I'd say this wolf is pretty good. So I'm going to go through with you guys and show you guys how I skin out my wolves. They're a lot different than the coyotes. This guy I'm going to skin out for taxidermy. I'll show you guys how to do that. So just to kind of give you guys an overall view of what we're going to be doing here. We're going to take and do our normal cuts like we're going to do on a coyote. And then right here, we're actually at the elbow joint on the back leg. We're going to K-skin that from there out to the toes. The claws will be left on, the pads will be left on. So everything's going to be skinned out, right out to the tip of the toes. We're going to skin around the butthole there. We're going to leave about a 1/2 inch to 1 inch inside the actual rectum itself. And then we're going to split the tail and K-skin them down. On the front feet, come to the elbows here, and then we're going to actually open them up from the elbow down to the dew claw here, and then from the dew claw on, he's going to be K-skinned out here. So this is going to be a little tube out at the end, and again leaving the pads and the claws on. Then we're going to go down to the ears, and we're going to leave the ear cartilage in. We're going to split the ears, but leave the cartilage in, get all the meat and everything out. So I'll show you how that's done, or it's called actually turning the ears. So we'll turn the ears. We're going to leave the eyelids on, the lips, inside of the lips, right up to the gums will be left on. They'll be split, and the nose will be left on. Other than that, that's what we're going to be doing. So we've already gone ahead and we've already combed them out. The other thing I do with all of my animals, I spray them down with Raid. So I did that as soon as we brought them in, and yeah, so a little bit of the Rigor Mortis here. Make sure you guys can see. So we're just going to stick it in at the heel. Nice dull. We're actually going to go up just past that elbow, that joint. I really wish I had a light right here. Now we're down to the butthole on this side. So we're just gonna so at this joint, we're just gonna cut it. Okay, I'm gonna turn you guys off here for a second. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna skin out this foot after. So we'll end up taking and putting the cable around here, around that joint, hanging it by that, and then the weight of that will allow me to peel that down almost like a sock off of there. A lot easier. So right now, what I need to do is get another cable around here, hook this leg up, skin this leg off, and then do the same on the other leg here. So just bear with me. Okay, we got them hanging up here now, hopefully good enough. So now we're just going to continue working on down this back thigh. So I've already split this leg here. Gotta have yourself a good boning knife. Last thing you want to do is be doing that kind of stuff with your skinning knife. So my cut is would be just below the butthole here, okay, coming across. So you can see there's the butthole. I'm going to kind of pull it tight, pull it out. You're going to cut as close to the carcass as you can. And that's going to get you the actual inside of the rectum. Okay. So now the butthole is on the pelt. Okay. You're going to have to do a little bit of trimming after, but you definitely want to have lots at this point. You don't want to cut it, not cut enough, so, okay. Okay, so now we got it started to go down the front of the belly there. We're going to work a little more on these thighs. And then we're going to get around to the tail here. So I need to lift them up. At this point on the legs, instead of just tearing it down, pulling it down by hand, I do spend quite a bit of time with my knife. Part of the reason why I do it, as I'm going, I'm more or less clean skinning. Come time to flesh them, it's going to be time off my fleshing. So we're going to go in behind the penis and poke a hole through there. Try and get some of that. And then we're going to work down the penis here. Again, trying to take as much skin as we can. Again, guys, if you're looking to do a quick job on a wolf, honestly, you might as well not even start doing them, because wolves and quick don't go together. If you're going to put up wolves for taxidermy, I don't care who you are. Sure, you're going to get better the more you do, but even at that, it's a process, guys, and it's a long process. So now you can see there's the butthole there. We're working down the tail now. Okay, tail stripper here. Hello? Hello? Honey, was you? You doing your wolf? Yeah.
I figured that. Mike, do you need syrup?
No.
Oh, okay. You got syrup?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's why it wouldn't start.
Right, yeah, yeah.
And then I got thinking, oh yeah, okay, that might have thrown it out of balance. See what he says about it. They can check it out.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Huh. Well, that's no good.
No, tell me about it. Everything I touched this year, well, last year, this year, now.
Because how old is that saw?
Oh, it's not that old. 53?
Well,
I don't know. Dave would know.
Yeah.
Good enough.
Okie doke.
Talk to you later.
Yep, ciao.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so you guys seen me finally got that tail off. It's got to be split anyway. I just normally do that after. But anyway, we did have to split it down a little bit just to get the tail out of there. So now we're just going to continue on. Hopefully you guys can see me. Can I help you? Okay, so now I'm going to lift it up and we're going to work on the front feet before we get too far down here. So we'll get them lifted up. Make sure you guys are in frame. That looks pretty good. So now we're going to take, and like I said, we're going to split from the knee down to the wrist on the front legs. So the wolf that I skinned out there last year, he had two different sizes of BBs out of a shotgun in his face. So obviously a couple different people got a couple pokes at him. There. So same thing with the front foot here as the back. By cutting that foot right off, you can work on that later. Okay, so we got those two front legs done. So now we're just gonna continue kind of pulling, cutting. You just never know what you're gonna find when you're skinning these animals. I found porcupine quills and hawthorn thorns, bullets, like I just said. Lots of different scarring. Okay, so we finally got contact there underneath his front arm. So now we're just gonna keep working our way around here without cutting his main artery here in the arm, because main vein there in his neck, those ones in the arm, I find they bleed the next best. So you definitely don't want to cut the jugular in the neck. Okay, so now there's that front leg. So you guys can see there's that main artery I was talking about. That's not the main one in the neck, but that's the main one in the leg. And you'll drain a lot of blood in a hurry if you cut that one. Now, take the, you guys have all seen this, how I do this on a coyote, same thing on this wolf. As you get into the head and that, even if you don't hit the vein, you get a lot of blood, a lot of fluids and that. So what I do is I just put it around, leaving the head up in this part. You don't want to put the noose around the head. Let it down. And now we're lifting it by the hide. And then I just double the tail up top here. Okay, so now everything, all the blood, all the fluids and that are going to go down away from the hide, back down onto the carcass. And not only that, but you can see now it gives, yeah, you guys are in frame, it gives a nice tight, there's a lot of weight, right? It got the whole carcass now pulling on down on the hide, and that's just going to make skinning out the rest of the pelt here just that much more easier. So you guys have heard me mention in the past, I like to leave my hides, I put them first side out, okay, and then I roll them up and I put them upstairs overnight, and it makes it easier for fleshing. So now we're getting to the ears. So I'm actually skinning the ears out partially while it's on the carcass here. And then once I've skinned up towards the tip of the ear as much as I can on the carcass, get on this side here, then what I do is take my knife, pinch that ear, okay, got the whole ear there. I'm going to work down, cut that ear off as close to the carcass as possible. So now we're just going around the head. I gotta remember what I'm doing here, because normally on a coyote I'd be doing a lot more of a hack job. So now we're at the eyes. Okay guys, you can actually push in and start feeling the eye socket. So now you're going to want to keep your knife as tight to the skull as possible. Opened up the mouth on both sides. Okay. So we're wanting to keep as much as that lip as possible. Now this guy does have a little bit of waterhead. Keeping your knife pretty close right up to those teeth. So we're just about there, guys. It's always hard around the canines because they pretty much got lockjaw. But take your time. Okay. Try not to get too much of that. Ugh! Try not to get too much of that fluid in your mouth when the bottom jaw finally lets go. The end result here. Get them turned out for you guys. Man, these things, like, you know they're big, but like, just doing this, man, compared to a coyote, you know you definitely got a bigger dog. Okay, so I'm 5'10". I can reach, this ceiling is over 7 feet. His nose is touching, and the tip of his tail is almost touching the floor. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that that little video. That's how I skin my wolves. Now I will say, obviously, if I wasn't filming, it wouldn't take me quite as long. I think that took me right around an hour, which is definitely on the long side. But like I said, I'm trying to video for you guys. But yeah, everything went good. He turned out really nice. So yeah. That's going to do it for this little video. I am going to skin out the front feet and the back feet, guys. I'm going to do another little video of that, but it's going to be separate, okay? This one's getting a little bit long, and so I'll have the other one as a separate video, probably how to skin out a wolf's, or how to skin out wolf feet. But yeah, so that's going to be the next step, and then after that, I don't think I'm going to show you guys the fleshing part of it. Guys, it's the same as coyote. Again, it takes that much longer. You got that much bigger of a pelt, and you know, you want to be a little more careful. Obviously, there's a lot more trimming to do of the meat and fat in that, because you know you've had you know, you're cutting right down to the butthole, you're cutting right down the belly. All that has to be, you know, fleshed out really good, guys. So anyway, that's going to do it for this. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Ciao.